What up, YouTube? Man, it been a minute since I posted anything. From the weather, being real cold, and of course, it's April now, but the weather being cold and me kind of just trying to focus on certain things. I haven't been able to post anything or make any videos. But we did have some problems. I'm talking about big problems. The main focus right now is the starter. Let me flip this camera for you. This was as you heard, yes, this was 0 miles. I probably say 25 to 30 startups. And as you can see right here, of course, this piece right here is not supposed to be like that. And as you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, and 1 is totally gone of the bushings. So yeah, that one, and of course it was a ProMaster, but it's not this one. Yes, I had to actually, since y'all last seen me, as I mentioned, yes, this one is in pieces. This is starter number 4. I'm laughing, but the shit got real. And yeah, it was all bad. So let me flip it back. Yes, I done went through 4 starters, and no type of miles or anything is on this car yet. But yeah, I hooked everything up. And one day I had it running, and it just, it started smoking real bad. And then I turned it off, trying to figure out what was going on. It was I think it might have been kind of cold that day. Didn't really want to mess with it. I said, I just thought it was something minor. Came back the next day and was going through doing something. And when I started it up, it acted like it didn't want to start. So I said, man, what the? And then I started it, act like it didn't want to start. And then I basically kind of forced it. And then it just started smoking again. So I hop out. I'm like, man, what's it smoking? And I run over there, and let me flip it. Cherry red. I said, whoa. And then after that, I honestly thought it was the solenoid. And so I ordered another one, but I can't remember what happened. And I was like, oh, I called ProMaster. I was seeing if I could get the bushings, because I took the starter off and opened it up. The bit, as you can see, the bushings was all one completely gone. It was broke. And the guy was like, nah, we don't part them out like that. You have to send the whole thing in to get service. I said, man, you know what? Whatever. Hit up Summit, got a Summit one. I sent the solenoid, the Power Master solenoid back. I put the starter on. I didn't think nothing of it. Next thing you know, same issue, but the Summit one caught fire. My bad. I just got my hair cut. I didn't even see that, but yeah, I just got my hair cut. Oh no, that's a gray hair. But yeah, the Summit one actually caught on fire, so I had to hurry up, turn the car off, grab my fire extinguisher. I'm blowing on it, trying not to use the fire extinguisher, and it's not going out. So I'm like, I had to hit it with the fire extinguisher. I went to go talk to my cousin, because he's a retired mechanic from the police department. He used to work on the police cars. And so And he built race cars and all that stuff like that. And he was thinking that it might have been the alternator cable. He was like, try to, get another one. I sent the other starter back. Summit sent me another one. He was like, don't hook up the alternator cable. See what happens. I hooked up everything. Plus, I have a painless hot shot starter relay. Hook everything up, the car running, and I'm noticing that it's making like this sound that, a different odd sound. Next thing you know, I hear a click and it starts smoking. I said, oh shit. Turn it off. I'm talking about this is like 3 or 4 minutes in and running, and it's toast. That starter's toast, brand new toast. So I was like, man, I said at this point, it's not in the engine bay. I said I checked everything. The problem's not in the engine bay. So I turned around and tried to get another one from Summit. They was like, nah, we just gonna refund your money because clearly you got issues. I was like, dang. So I had to buy. Actually, I had to go holler at one of my guys that been helping me through this build, and all he does is work on muscle cars and classic cars. And I told him what was going on, and he was like, well, make sure the pinion gear is going in good. That might cause it. He was like, well, now that I think of it, something's causing that gear to stick, to stay engaged. I said, yeah. And we going, kind of back through the stuff. And he said, wait a minute, how you got your neutral safety switch? I said, well, I got it going through a relay through Dakota Digital. He said, check the relay. That might be where the problem's at. I get in, get back. I think the next day, I'm going over all my wires and stuff, and part of the relay is right. And I'm like, well, all the relay is right except one thing. I have the shifter, Dakota Digital shifter, where it tells me what gear I'm in, and I noticed that I had the ignition part that's supposed to be consistent 12 volt. I had it going to the consistent, I had the consistent wire from the shifter that's supposed to be 12 volt consistent. I had it going to the ignition side of the control panel on Dakota Digital. And so basically what it was I'm turning it and it's getting 12 volts when I'm turning, but when I get off of it, it's not consistent no more, of course. So I think that's that was the problem, and I take full responsibility for it. But I have to say, I have to add this: when I wired this up, I just had total knee replacement, so the meds might have been playing tricks on me, and I might have been tripping for doing it like that. So I wired it up right. I still got to call Dakota Digital because I need a program. I think 2 other modules, and then right now I'm about to get in here. I got the car out. I got to take a lot of stuff off because this ProMaster Mini starter is basically touching the header. So I got to take the header off, knock it in a little bit where the starter's basically, right there by the header. I got to knock that little section in so I can have clearance. Plus I have, I don't know where I put it. It was up here. I have a heat shield wrap for the starter too that I'm gonna put on there. And but yeah, it was about to be bad business, but enough talking. Let me jack this car up, get the jack stands under it, get it, and start unbolting stuff. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Okay, as you can see, that bad boy is touching. What's that? 2 and 4. So I gotta take it off. I already marked it, as you can see. Did that the other day. I gotta take this out, and we gotta knock that section in right there, not too much, not too far, but just so it can get off that header, and so this starter won't get hot. So let me go ahead. I just wanted to show y'all real quick, but let me go ahead, get this starter off. I gotta take my exhaust flange off, cause like I said, this whole header gonna have to come out. So let me get to it. I'll turn y'all back on in a minute. I got one done. I think I said under the car, I think I said 2 and 4, but it's actually 4 and 6. Well, I take that back. It is 2 and 4. But yeah, as you can see, I had an exhaust leak before, and I got new gaskets, but and I switched to the studs instead of the header bolts. I did header studs, and it did a better job at sealing. I didn't have a leak, but I'm pretty sure that I would eventually probably would end up having one. So I think I might try to put some of that black gasket sealant on there to try to help that. But I got what, 2? Yeah, I got 2 knocked in. It sucks about 4, because for me to get it in, I had to knock it in right there. So now I gotta try to finesse it, because I want to say it might be 75%, and clearly that's gonna be past. It might end up being 50%. I know that's not good. I probably, maybe on down the line, I might have to end up getting custom headers, but I'm gonna try my best to not, cause it, like I said, it's touching, literally touching right here. So if I can kind of knock it in where it's not touching, where I can at least get that wrap on it, now I'll be good to go. So, all right, had to drop that pipe. As you can see, I got the new starter right there. These are the studs I was talking about. I got the studs instead of bolts. Seeing that I got aluminum heads. I saw that read that they won't come loose like the bolts. The bolts will come loose if you use them because of the aluminum. I think they said if you have like cast iron heads or something like that, you can use the bolts, but when you have aluminum heads, you gotta use these studs. So I went ahead and swapped those out in the mini projects that I did last year with the upgrades I did. But like I said, you can see, I think you might can see where the exhaust was coming out, right here, and I had it all up here like soot. So I guess I'm gonna try to put some of that gasket sealant on there, try that out, so you see if it won't leak or not. But that, and then what else? I'm just trying to show y'all what I got going on. I'm probably not gonna end up putting everything back in till tomorrow, because I'm ready to go. It's lunchtime. I'll just give y'all, I need to swap these out too, because like I said, with that starter catching on fire like it did, I just went ahead, man, and bought all new cable. This is not, I just made it look pretty. On the other stuff I had the actual heat shield, but I didn't feel like buying none of that, and I didn't feel like using what I had. So I just went ahead and wrapped it in what regular loom. But battery cable, I got an alternator cable, and then I have a cable, this little shorty right here. This one right here, it basically goes from my fuses down to the starter, basically protecting everything. And I got some new fuses. I'm probably gonna end up putting them in there, and just seeing that everything else is new. I know these probably didn't catch nothing, but, and I'm pretty sure this, I know they're still good because I checked them with my meter, but I'm just gonna go ahead and swap them out. With the new ones, I actually gotta find them. Seeing that, because I forgot that was one of the things I was gonna do. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Get the car back on the ground, get everything back in, and then do it all over again tomorrow, pretty much. So I'll holler at y'all.